Thank you. I certainly appreciate my colleagues and their support of our effort to change the name from Homestead National Monument of America to the Homestead National Historical Park. Obviously, some of the reasons have been outlined. I appreciate the chairman and ranking member for bringing this legislation to the floor. It's supported by the entire Nebraska delegation and, even more importantly, by local stakeholders. And as was mentioned, the Homestead Act of 1862 was signed by President Lincoln, and it absolutely helped shape the American West. It allowed U.S. citizens to earn ownership of a portion of the vast public lands owned by the federal government across the western U.S. Ultimately, the federal government granted title to 10% of the land in the U.S. through this program. It gave millions a chance to build a new life for themselves, their families, and for future generations. In order to claim a 160-acre parcel of land under the Homestead Act, a homesteader was required to be at least 21 years of age or the head of a household, build a home on the land, improve and farm the land for 5 years, and pay an $18 filing fee. The Homestead Act remained in place through 1976, with provisions allowing for homesteading in Alaska through 1986. President Ronald Reagan said the Homestead Act, quote, ensured that the great western prairies of America would be the realm of independent property-owning citizens. A mightier guarantee of freedom is difficult to imagine, end quote. We are very proud the very first claim under the Homestead Act was made by a man named Daniel Freeman near Beatrice, Nebraska, in Nebraska's 3rd District. To memorialize this milestone, as well as the 1.6 million other claims which built the American West, the Homestead National Monument of America was established, also near Beatrice. Unfortunately, referring to this site as a monument brings images of a single static monument, such as a statue or an obelisk, or even a natural feature like the Scottsbluff National Monument near my hometown of Gearing, Nebraska, not of an extensive park that celebrates the pioneering homesteaders of many years ago. Homestead National Monument consists of a heritage museum, the Freeman School, as mentioned earlier, and as well as the tallgrass prairie, hiking trails, a forest, farming demonstrations, and much more. Referring to this site as an historical park instead of a monument would far more clearly describe the opportunities to take in this living history site. In fact, according to the Friends of Homestead, 89% of first-time visitors to the facility were confused by the name. On behalf of the people of Nebraska, and particularly the citizens of Beatrice and Gage County, Nebraska, I appreciate this opportunity to advocate in support of this proposal today. Thank you. I yield back.